Hi, everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of Andrew Rants. But today it's a crossover of sorts with Andrew Discusses once again. So, welcome to Andrew Rants X Andrew Discusses, where today I'm taking a look and talking about something that is annoying me as I stand upon my metaphorical soapbox pedestal of the world. And this is something that it's not only bugging me, but it's bugging a lot of other YouTubers as well. And that's this official YouTube policy update on kids and data protection on YouTube. Now, everybody that's associated with this is pretty sure that this has to do with the $170 million fine that YouTube and I think Google got in regards to illegally collecting children's information on like ads and stuff like that. But their way of handling this is going to be screwing over a lot of YouTubers here on the channel, and I'm going to go into explaining why in a bit here. So they got new data practices, and there's a link, by the way, to the official blog page. And this just came out on the 4th, so it's literally a day old as of me recording this. They're going to be making some improvement to YouTube Kids, investing in family creators, training their teams, but there is an interesting concept here to this. So it was brought to a lot of people's intentions that what they're going to be doing is that if your channel has anything animated that they consider to be kiddie in a way, you will not be able to have comments or ads on your videos. So like anybody that does like anything animated, a channel that I can think of right off the top of my head would be Team Level Up. Would probably be massively hurt by this because I complain about SpongeBob a lot and I have it down in the tags. I'm liable to get hit by this. So it means that we won't be able to have comments anymore. Comments will be disabled. Monetization is going to apparently be disabled with upcoming things for people that have mature content. You're not going to be able to monetize it. And this is YouTube's brilliant idea. And I'm not all for this. I'm not gung-ho for this. I think this is a stupid idea if you want my honest opinion in it. And if they want to come up with a way to do something, there are ways around this. Now, YouTube has a system, and I'm pretty sure they still have it. I would assume that they still have it because I had to do it a couple times when I wanted to watch something that the channel flagged or that YouTube had put up, and the channel, I guess, had put it up for as mature, and I went to check it out without being logged into my account, and YouTube stopped me and said, whoa, wait a minute, you need to verify your age and everything else in order to access and watch this video. Now, that's something that they could have here. Whereas, look, have it so that, you know, if you want to watch something that's this, you have to sign in. And then they'll verify your account. I mean, you have to be over 13, I think, anyway, in order to get an account anyway. So, yeah, that would work out. But apparently, if you watch something that's animated and that's considered kid-friendly, your channel is going to be considered then a kid channel. So you're not going to be able to do a lot of the stuff that you want to do. And this is, a lot of people are saying, oh, we're blowing this out of the water. It's going to be like we're not doing it as accurately as we should be, but I don't think that's the case in this, so to speak. I don't think that's the case in this, that we're blowing this out of the water. I think this is more of we're not blowing this out of the water, it's that we're getting royally screwed here. At Team YouTube on their official YouTube Twitter page does have some information on this. There's like an entire trend on this, if I can find it again. Yeah, here we go. Okay. Yeah, there's an entire trend on this, entire thread and everything. So basically, here are the things. This is going to be starting in about 4 months. So September, October, November, December. So this is going to be starting around January. So start of 2020, basically. They will treat data from anyone watching children's content coming from a child, regardless of the age of the user. This means that we will only collect the data needed to support the operation of the service. 2. Personalized ads will stop running on content made for kids. 3. Features like comments and notifications will no longer be available on videos made for kids. 4. Creators will have to identify content made for kids and will additionally find videos in the category using machine learning. They go on to say that we know a lot of parents and kids watch YouTube together, but for kids watching alone, we recommend using the YouTube Kids app. It's been around since 2015, and that's what they're recommending. But basically, I was under the impression that sucks, and it's one of the main reasons why a lot of people don't use the Kids app is because there's not a lot on there to choose from. Well, that's not the creators on YouTube's fault. Go blame whatever they're getting for that. But that was off of their Twitter page. That was off the @TeamYouTube Twitter page. But new data policies for children off of the blog here. They're changing how they're going to treat the content. In about 4 months, they're going to treat data from anyone, like I said, watching children's content on YouTube as content as coming from a child, regardless of the age of the user, which basically it's going to screw them over. So if I watch a cartoon, or if I watch a clip of a cartoon because I want to review it, like for a nostalgia type buzz or something, good news, I'm now a child. It's already bad enough I get treated like a 5-year-old where I work at sometimes. I got some relatives that treat me like I'm a 5-year-old. Now YouTube's going to treat me like I'm a 5-year-old. That's great, YouTube. What are you going to like burp me and change my diaper too while you're at it? They want to make it so that YouTube's more family friendly. They want to make it so that YouTube's a place where everybody can come to hang out. What they're doing is setting themselves up for what I'd like to call the biggest disaster that is ever going to arise. And what's going to happen isn't something that's going to be a quick and simple, oh, look, let's just get in, get out, we'll fix this, everyone will be happy. There's going to be backlash. First off, I mean, getting monetization already on YouTube's already got 90% of the content creators pissed off. And you can thank a lot of the higher up echelon ones for screwing the pooch for the rest of us. Anyone now that has a YouTube channel, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. Or no, I think it's like 4,000 or 10,000. Either way, you have to have a crap ton of watch time and at least 1,000 subscribers within a year. Okay, within a 12-month span. And the problem is that takes an eternity if you're a small channel just starting out. You're never going to hit monetization. It's going to be like 6-7 years down the road unless you're putting something out that grabs everybody's attention. A lot of people get pissed off about certain things. And it mostly also goes for whatever your content is that you want to make. So if you want to talk about and review like, oh, look, here's what's currently happening with some of your favorite old, some of these networks you used to watch as a kid. Here's what's happening with them. Or, oh, look, here's what's going down with your current thing. Or, hey, I remember watching this as a kid. Let me talk about it. We're not going to be able to do that anymore. And this isn't only affecting like reviews of cartoons and stuff like that. Video gamers are also going to be feeling the sting on this. If you have adult-oriented games, apparently you're not going to be able to, at least from what I've heard from other YouTubers that have been reading into this, you're not going to get monetized for it. So like if you have a game that's rated M for mature, there goes monetization. So you can't monetize that. If you have games that are geared towards children, or my guess would be E-rated games, E and E10 plus, you're not going to get comments and notifications aren't going to get sent out, and your account's going to be considered a child. So basically, YouTube took one massive step forward with their policy guidelines. At least they thought they took a step forward. And honestly, they kind of did, but then they kind of also brought themselves to a halt. But then when they fixed it up so that you can't get claimed for a short amount of music that's played, it has to be like a manual claim, can't be automatic and stuff like that. That was one major step forward. This is 80 steps back. We're basically back to where we started before you even tried anything else. And like I said, I understand this is probably, at least I'm agreeing with the majority of the other YouTubers out there that are saying this is in response to the massive $170 million fine that they got slapped with. I could understand that, but at the end of the day, this is not going to help you. In the blog, they continue to say that they want to invest in family creators. They know that these changes are going to have a significant business impact on family and kids creators who have been building both wonderful content and thriving businesses. So they've worked to give impacted creators 4 months to adjust before changes take effect on YouTube. They recognize this won't be easy for some creators and are committed to working with them through this transition and providing resources to help them better understand these changes. So I guess that means anything anime. So I'm going to stop watching anime on YouTube. I'm going to have to stop watching clips of old TV shows on YouTube. I'll have to stop putting stuff up on YouTube. So there goes my fun, basically. So thank you, YouTube. You've now basically taken away everything left that I had fun to do. What exactly is there left now for me to do, YouTube? What do you want me to do? You tell me now at this point what you... I'm a creator. You tell me what you want me to do. I can't talk about anything animated. You're going to think I'm a kid account. That's great. So if I come up and I start reviewing, like, let's say I want to review, there's a new movie that just came out or something, and I want to talk about it, from an adult standpoint. About, I think this is a really great idea. Or I'm looking at this from like an animation and an art style standpoint. I can't talk about it. Because if I do and it's geared towards kids, your system's going to think that I'm a kid, disable comments, disable notifications. I love getting comments in my videos. That is the one thing I live on. I love that. I mean, I can't make any money off of this site. That's a definite at this point. I swear in my videos. I curse in my videos. Occasionally, I've been trying to work myself out of that. But if I talk about anything animated, I get screwed. Well, if you market geared towards children, but according to your own words, it's not going to make a difference. So that's great. And you have like the angry video game nerd. So that means he won't be able to talk about certain things. He won't be able to do stuff. None of his videos are going to get monetized anymore. That's going to kill him on YouTube. There goes the angry video game nerd again. We're going to probably lose Angry Joe. Arlo's probably going to ditch it because he keeps getting thrown under the Sesame Street banner with you people because it's a puppet. Okay? It keeps getting thrown under the Sesame Street thing. It's a gimmick, YouTube. It's a freaking gimmick. And you're just killing it here. But you're giving them 4 months to make changes to their channel. No, you're basically telling them, here's 4 months. Either get with the program or get out. We don't care which. And that's definitely what it is here. I'm upset at this. I'm not even going to lie. I understand it, and I feel more power to you, but you're throwing every single creator on YouTube under the bus for this. Because you screwed up. You got caught. We all have to suffer. That shouldn't have to be the way. You screwed up. You should suffer, not us. The creators are what make stuff that has people come to your channel, that has people, pull up the video to watch it, which gets views and sites and links. Everything comes to you because of the creators. And this is your way of telling the creators, well, we like the idea of what you were doing, but unless you make it more family friendly, you make it more endearing towards families, we don't want you here. And I find that insulting because it basically is a middle finger to everybody. It's a middle finger to me. It's a middle finger to the person 3 doors down. It's a middle finger to anyone on this channel. That pisses me off. And apparently they're establishing a $100 million fund dispersed over 3 years, dedicated to the creation of thoughtful, original children's content on YouTube and YouTube Kids globally. So let me guess. If I try to become the next Mr. Rogers, then you'll finally accept me. Sorry, I don't look good in sweater vests. Okay? I don't look good at them at all. And I sure as crap cannot fake a happy smile and look like I'm stoned. I'm sorry. I have always stood by when I said this, and I said this once before, and to somebody that is actually a teacher, mind you. She actually does love teaching. But I said this to her. I said, I always feel like people that do children's education or children's programming are either stoned or they're baked or they're high. And she honestly got upset at that. And then she watched like a newer episode of a kids show. And she actually messaged me on Facebook and told me, yeah, you're right. I actually think you're right about that. Because they don't look like they're in it for the making kids happy. They look like they're in it for the paycheck, and they have to dumb down their intelligence to make it happen. I mean no disrespect to anybody out there either. That's just my unhappy opinion of it from what I've gathered. But then again, keep in mind, I'm 30 years old. I'm cynical. Okay? And I'm pissed at this because this is how you kill a website. But training their teams was the final banner or beacon or bullet point on this blog. Championing the protections we have in place for children is a shared responsibility across the company. To that end, we are introducing new mandatory annual training for our teams about our requirements in this area. It's going to better allow them to protect kids and families on YouTube. And this is just beginning. They're going to continue with lawmakers around the world in this area using it as guides and everything else. There's a whole bunch in here. But it just pissed me off. So you want to invest in family creators. You want to make improvements to YouTube Kids, which is fine. Just funnel them over there. Put up an account verification for certain content. Make it so that you need to sign into an account to view this. Oh, okay, it's considered this. Let's put it up here. And I can see some downside for this, but in all honesty, if that's what it's going to take to keep the creators, to keep the content creators from getting screwed, I say go for it. Because this is honestly 100% bull. This is BS to the 10th power at this point. That you're basically making it so that content creators are the ones that are going to get more screwed than you. We're the ones that are going to suffer because of you. That's not right. And if I'm misreading this, YouTube, be my guest and correct me. Because there are a lot of creators out here that are hitting the panic buttons. Okay? They are seeing their entire works that they have done, channels that they have poured their time, sweat, and effort into being flushed down the toilet. Transparency in this is so desperately needed at this point. It isn't funny. And I steer away, and I steer as clear from YouTube stuff as I can for the process that I don't want to get my channel blocked or struck or knocked down so I can keep posting my videos because I like doing this. But this is going to make it a little more difficult for me to be able to actually do it and have stuff on here. So if I talk about an anime, I'm now a child content creator. If I watch anything animated, I'm now a 5-year-old again. I hate being treated like a 5-year-old at work. I hate being treated like a 5-year-old by other people. I hate being treated like a 5-year-old all the damn time. I understand your concept in this. I really do. I commend you for for how it looks on paper. In actuality, there is a lot more to this than what you're giving it credit for, and it is not a good idea. This is something that you should take back to the drawing table and really fine-tune it before you roll it out. 4 months is not going to be enough time to fine-tune this and roll it out. Okay? YouTube has been a site for people over the age of 13. Okay? You have YouTube Kids for 13, for like 12 and under. Or even 13 and under. Okay? Keep stuff on there. Find a way to redirect them over there. Fix up YouTube a different way if you have to. Put on a content put on a thing that you have to sign into your account in order to verify this. And then check the algorithm and go, okay, verify via the age. Okay, so this person's account is verified as this. All right, not a problem. Because then if you have a parent that will log them in, then that parent gets put down as they have children or something. Not just a flat out, no, we're just going to label the account as a child. I'm not for this. Like I said, I commend you for the idea that you have, but I'm not for the idea. It's a good idea. I can see where it's going. I can see where you're going with it. It looks good on paper, but you're screwing the pooch royally. This is going to come back to bite you in the ass worse than you could ever imagine. It's big time. So let me know, so long as you still can, let me know in the comment section below what you think, what your thoughts are on this. And until next time, I'm Andrew Rhodes, and this has been Andrew Rants x Andrew Discusses. And hopefully not the last one ever. Who knows?